Hi, I'm Myron Gennick from LongPoint ETFs with our weekly natural gas update. Remember, you can trade NGUP and NGDN to take short-term high-conviction positions on the price of natural gas. Over the past few weeks, we've talked about some natural gas price move catalysts. Let's take a look at some of those. First, technicals, specifically the 200-day moving average. Looking at the price of natural gas over the past several months, you can see that it bounced off its 200-day moving average a couple of times in October before bouncing pretty hard off its 100-day moving average in late January, where it stayed for a few months before settling into a range near its 200-day moving average over the past few days. And so the question is, where do we go from here? Here's a quick overview of some potential price move catalysts. First, a few interesting developments from our friends to the south. The post-DeepSeek AI sell-off saw its first bullish signals a few days ago, when Apple earnings and some commentary from Amazon signaled that the fears of decreased investment in AI were overstated. That is, AI is not dead yet. And AI, very famously, is very energy intensive. Which brings me to my next point. The US administration has been signaling both direct and indirect support for the fossil fuel industry, and natural gas in particular. This will eventually lead to greater supply in the long run, but depending on how policies are crafted, they could lead to much greater demand in the short run. In addition, Europe is currently experiencing a tightening of energy supply. This is coinciding with record US LNG exports and approvals for even more LNG export terminals in the US. Finally, as discussed a few days ago, April is one of the 2 months that, historically, tends to see natural gas increase in price. It would take a big move, over 20%, to get there by the end of April, but natural gas has proven capable of making moves of this magnitude. What do you think natural gas will do over the next few days? Do you think it'll get back to where it was at the end of March, over $4? Or do you think that the recent bounce was a head fake and that we're on our way back to 2? Thanks for watching, and we'll return next week with more on natural gas. Please like and subscribe and visit longpointetfs.com for more information and to register for updates.